Italy has declared a state of emergency in Venice as the city deals with historic levels of flooding.
It was a bit difficult to find food yesterday night because we walked maybe for more than 1 hour to find a shop open.
Many tourists and residents are leaving the area. More heavy rain and another high tide is expected in the coming days. So far, 2 people have died. The mayor of Venice blames climate change for the highest water levels in more than 50 years. He says damage from this flood will run into the hundreds of millions of dollars. Italy's prime minister is promising to accelerate the building of structural defenses to better protect the city. What's happening in Venice is raising many questions, and those questions go beyond the immediate need to know when will the waters recede. Luisa Romeo is a tour guide in the city. I asked her what the situation is like now.
Well, right now the water has receded, so this very moment it's low tide and you can walk anywhere. But you know that tides change every 6 hours, so we expect a peak in the evening, late night, and then tomorrow morning at 11:30. So we are all watching our app, High Tide Venezia, which could be helpful to give it to your readers if they are visiting Venice, so they can follow what the tide is like. And so we're watching, hoping that the weather forecasts will cooperate and the tide will not be as high as expected.
And can you tell us what it was like when it was at its highest, when it was at its worst?
Oh, well, I think that comparison to, some metaphor could be that we were in 20 minutes a city at mercy of nature. It was really, really devastating. And I wasn't there where the highest waves were hitting the town, also because it was very dangerous to go out home. So I stayed home and I looked out of my window and I saw that the street downstairs was looking like a river with a tide, with currents going very, very fast. It was really scary. And I thought of all my friends that run workshops, have artisans workshops in the shop at that very moment, holding their barrier gates and using towels, keeping everything as dry as possible. It was really unexpectedly very, very high.
Have you ever seen anything like this in your lifetime?
No, I haven't. A year ago we had something really bad, but nothing so violent and nothing so destructive as this time.
Venice tour guide Luisa Romeo.